Hey guys, CloneGuy72 here, and today I've got a little bit of double Object 430 action for you. This first game, I am on Fjords. This is one of my favorite maps. I do like this map a lot. There's a lot of variety, places to go heavy tanks, places to go medium tanks, good arty cover. And looking at this lineup, you can see they have a lot of heavy tanks and a couple of TDs, so I definitely don't want to go to the right. So I'm going to probably try to work the middle. Now I'm playing with Why Shoot Me, or LJ. He just got his E3. He wants to try to one mark it. I already have my 433 marked thanks to the help of him. So thank you very much, Why Shoot Me. Now, right here I've decided, you know what, do you trust me? And he says yes. I said, I'm going to make a very aggressive play. Can you cover me? And he says, yeah, sure. So what I'm going to try to do is get around this isn't a mountain, it's not 3,000 feet, but I'm going to call it a mountain. This mountain in the middle, I'm going to try to get around it and get to what was at the E4 area. This tank has a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of frontal armor. It has an auto bounce plate on the top right and top left of the hull. So if you angle your hull and they auto lock, they will bounce off of you. You have to hit below that or to the left of it. The sides are super angled, but you can't tell unless you look at it in like Armor Inspector. So those are also very bouncy. So now I've gotten to this position and I don't have the gun depression for it. So I'm going to try to generate some by going up here and put a little shell in him. Auto lock action. Love the auto lock. I angle my hull and it does not work. He shoots to the left, my left, his right of the auto bounce. Good shot by him. I aim for his ammo rack. I miss. That's okay. His ammo rack is in his bottom left plate. If you can hit that, you'll oftentimes damage his ammo rack, and I mean a lot. So now I'm down here. This is not where I wanted to be. I didn't expect their team to come. Like, uh-oh, am I going to get zerged? Here comes one tank. I track him there with an auto lock shot. That was purposeful because I saw him angling, so I knew auto lock would go right into his tracks. And I keep him here, and I damage his tank, which is pretty nice. And he's dead. There's one tank. Next, I don't think the Conqueror expected that, so now I can auto lock him again. A lot of auto lock. People get upset that I use auto lock, but whatever. I use it. Now there's a T-10 coming. It took me a while to notice him. Well, I noticed him, but I wasn't afraid of him yet. And I notice him. He takes out my cupola. He damages my optics. And I notice he is not fully upgraded. He is not going to penetrate my armor very well. And here comes 4 more tanks. 268, E4, and something else. Now the 268 misses, but he rams me. I pet him underneath the gun. I didn't know the ammo rack was there, but I guess it is. I fixed my tracks uselessly. I'm kind of panicking, but then I take a deep breath and I realize I need to get around his tank and get under the gun of the T-10 because he does not have gun depression. So I kill him and I immediately turn for the T-10 who's waiting too long. The E4 is thinking about it, but he does not. There's a tank destroyer behind me. I pen this guy once. I'm not worried about the tank destroyer on my left right now. I got to keep focusing on the T-10. Mistake there. My tank goes up in the air. Angle my hull. Wiggle my hull. Pull back. And does he hit me? No, he bounces aimlessly off my turret. I put one more shell into him. Am I going to be able to finish him off? I notice the E4 on my mini-map is getting closer to me, and I do. I immediately turn to him. He does not come down to join. Very lucky there. I try to find a shot underneath this Death Star. It doesn't look like it's going to work, so now I'm going to have to play the waiting game. I'm not going to go after him. He will one-shot ignite my ammo rack if he hits it. His caliber is high enough. He will always ignite my ammo rack if he does manage to hit my ammo rack. And this is a Russian medium. The ammo rack is everywhere. It's just a roll of the dice whether or not my ammo rack gets hit or not. So I'm just going to wait. I see the FV there. I want to get a shot on him, but I don't want to expose my hull. So I'm just going to wait this guy out. Who has more patience, me or him? Now I noticed LJ is now dead. This is the first time I noticed it in-game. In fact, I just noticed it now too, that he is dead. I believe he got killed trying to save me. I apologize for that. I'm pretty sure because of him, the FE-25B didn't come this way, and he decided to go that way, was because of the E3, so I thank him for that. Now the E4 makes the play. His huge mistake, he is a slow, he does not have a full traversable turret, and once again I auto-lock. The stabilization hasn't come out yet. This is before the stabilization. Boy, am I loving the stabilization. Take out his engine, he gets tracked, and boom, he just gets double tapped by artillery. Then I aim here, boom, good shot there, into the side of his tank. And right here, I kind of cover the cliff with with that tree right there, and I didn't notice that he didn't have a shot on the back of his tank. But that's okay. Put another shell into him. I'm pretty sure he's going to be dead, and then I'm like, maybe he won't be. No, he is dead. Light tank there. That's flank. I don't want to fight those guys hull down, but they are facing the other way. But I notice that guy wants help. And when a teammate says help, save your teammate. It's because when somebody says help, they're certain they're gonna die. So save those people. Go save them. Even if you think, oh, he should be able to handle it. Maybe he's not the best player in the world. Maybe he can't handle it. Just go save him. If somebody says help, that's because they believe they're gonna die. And usually if they think they're gonna die, then they're gonna die. So I've decided I'm gonna save him even though there is another, what is that, a Death Star? Yeah, a Death Star with me. I am going to go save him. This is before the physics, actually. This is like 3 or 4 days before the physics. So you're gonna notice something that doesn't happen anymore. I go off of this and I take about 250 damage, it looked like there. That's okay. Now I'm a one shot for the Death Star if he's shooting AP. That's unfortunate. And if I get splashed by the Death Star and then hit by the Patton, I'll be dead. So mistake there. Death Star is not the buff turret version, so he still has a stronger hull. I don't know why the hull got nerfed. And I auto-locked him there, which is a mistake. I put another shell into his lower plate, and I move him, and I know I've got him on the reload. And he shows too much of his side, so I can just go right through it. It looks the E-75 died, so the Patton must have moved on, so I know he must be in the town. I think I take a look at my mini-map in just a moment. No, yes I do, and I notice nobody's around, so he could have gone straight up, straight where I'm facing now. He could have gone to my left, and he could have gone into town. And I'm just going to assume he went into town because I get spotted. I actually didn't think he went to town until I got spotted. I thought maybe he went left. But I know he's in the town. I know he went down this road. Because he did spot me, so there are plenty of bushes. Now, I do something here. Somebody thought, well, LJ thought I didn't do this on purpose, but this was actually purposeful. He thought I was going in for the ram, but no, I decided I turned into this house here because I wanted to side scrape it. And then he shot and bounced off, and I noticed he's not upgraded, so he's not going to penetrate me anyway. So I noticed I ammo racked him, so I aimed for the same spot, but I didn't realize I actually hit him underneath his turret, so I don't ammo rack him. I would have loved to have ammo racked him, so that was just a little bit of a fun game there. I kill him, finishing it off with 4 kills, 26 penetrations, no fire. Pretty good game there. The highlight of the game was the enemy Zerg. This is not an ace tanker. This tank is pretty hard to ace. And yeah, so wait till you see the next game. This next game, I'd say, is a day later. I have a couple of bad games, so I lose my 3 marks in this next game. But yeah, you saw there I blocked 2,050 damage, 2,040 damage. So yeah, let's get on to the next game. Alright, here's game 2 of the Object 430. I'm on South Coast, one of my least favorite maps. I don't quite know how to understand how to play this game yet, even though it's been in the game for probably a year and a half now, maybe 2 years. I still just don't quite get it. I like going to the middle around the F7 area. I like fighting there, but I'm in the 430. I'm more of an aggressive brawler, so I'm probably gonna. I like to play very aggressive, especially on a map I don't quite like. I have 20 heat rounds loaded. I forget the reason for that. I think I just had a game where I fought hull down a couple hull down E100s. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, and I just couldn't hit them in the bars with this accuracy. So I got a bit frustrated and loaded up a bunch of heat. I am going to use a bit of it. Not a lot. I think I only shoot 5. Very unnecessary ones, too. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, there was no sound in the last game. This game does have sound, because I didn't realize I had the sound turned off. Because, oh, before this one, the day before, I was using my Elgato software, and now I'm using OBS. And the Elgato, the sound comes through your headset, and when I'm using Discord, I don't really like that. But when I switch to OBS, the sound no longer comes to the headset, so I don't hear it echoing. So I'm playing very aggressive. I'm going straight up their gut. I want to spot. I want to have get assist ribbons. I want to get back up to 3 marks that I believe I dropped. So I'm going to try to have a big game here. There's already. Let's see if we can get him out of the game immediately. Do I auto-lock shoot him? I do. Big mistake there. I should never have done that. I don't know why I do that so much, because I feel like I'm a decent shot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a terrible shot, guys. That's why I do a lot of auto-aiming. I'm a terrible shot. So I decided, you know what, no TDs are here. Let's just go up here and just kill everything. So I drive up. Am I going to find anything up here? Doesn't look like it. They just abandoned their base, which is surprising on this map. So I've decided, you know what, let's just go fight. Let's man mode it. Let's go kill everything. I mean, it's a WZ-131, can't really do anything to me. What's that there? T-44 can't do anything to me. It's 175 pen. That's not penetrating my upper plate. At all. At all. My upper plate is pretty thick. Am I going to go in for the ram? You know it. Nice little ram there. I decide I'm going to save this SP-1C. I try to drive in front. Oh, but he drives into me. I wanted to block the T-44, but the light tank drove into me. There was nothing either of us could do. That was neither of our faults. He was coming fast. He was trying to get away, and I tried to get out of the way of him and get in the way of the T-44, but it didn't work. Put a shell on the Waffly 100. That's important tank to take out there. He's looking this way. I've got a strong turret, stronger than the 140s, not as strong as the T-62as. And then I noticed the Ag Tiger. Let's get out of here. I put a shell into him, auto lock. He pens me, takes out my fuel tank. I do have fire extinguisher, just so I do not fix my fuel tank. Put a shell on the 444. I got a medium tank coming behind me. Hopefully he can give me a hand, because even though this tank is good, he tracks him. That's okay. And we finish him off. Now, I didn't look to see who this guy was. I do know who he is now, but I don't know who he is in the game. Not until he drives next to me and I notice he's got 3 marks. Who is he? He is NLI Distraction. Yes. Very good player there. Pretty nice guy, too. Get the patent there. Snapshot him. Mistake there. But I pen him. I notice he's got the small gun, so he can't really penetrate me reliably. And I need to get by him to save distractions, so I'm just going to go for it. He pulls back. Now's my chance. He's going after the Ag Tiger. The Ag Tiger turns fairly fast. It doesn't travel in a straight line fast, but it turns fast. There we go. There's some manual aiming, clone guy. That's about time you do that. I go in for the nice little flank. Auto lock. He'll finish him off. Turn around for the T-49. Don't want to get dirt by him because he will do damage no matter what. So I turn in. I don't want to get hit by him. I need this health because I notice we are losing this game. I need as many hit points as possible. There's the patent. Is he going to take the hit for me? He does. He pulls out to take the hit for me, but he misses anyway. So now I move in. I have to kill him now. The patent on my left. TD behind us. How are we going to get out of this? It's an auto-loading Waffly 100. And this is where I decide, you know what? Time to put some pants on. I don't want to lose my Centennial. I want him alive. So I said, you know what? That's 3 shells because he shot at me earlier. I know he's got 4 shells left, or 3 shells left. But look, he's got the big gun, so he's got 1 more shell left. And he misses it. And I finish him off. And is Distraction still alive? Doesn't look like it. Looks like he got dirt by the T-49. That's okay. It was a good fight. Good fight. Thanks for fighting with me, playing with me, and helping me out that round. The Yak Tiger probably would have put another shell into me if he was not around. So thank you. Great play by him. T-49 would have dirked me in the butt. Thanks for fighting that game. Help me win this one. Or do I win? T-49 there. I don't finish him off. I thought I was going to kill him. I wanted to drive by him and help out our medium in the middle. Kill that guy. He had 1 hit point left. 1 hit point. That's unfortunate. This guy looks like he's reloading. He's not even paying attention. This is where I manually aim. It's about time I manually aim. Hit him there. If I had auto-locked, I would have missed. And then I think about going to help him. And I decided it's the stock patent. Not stock patent. He's got the bad 105. He's an E100. He should be able to take him. So I decided I'm going to go save base because I don't know who's there. There is an E100 still alive. And I don't even know if he's been spotted. This game has been so tight. I haven't been paying attention to the minimap much. I don't know who's where or what's going on because the game has just been non-stop shooting. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to go help the base. I changed my mind again. And then I changed my mind. It looks like one more time. E100 has plenty of health, and our base is getting capped. Let's go save the base. Something you might not know about this tank. It's got absurd, for its tier, camo rating. It's got amazing camo rating, and that's going to get demonstrated right here. And this is probably going to blow your little mind holes. Looking at the minimap, and I know the only guy who's not accounted for is the E100. When I look at my minimap in just a moment, this is a big mistake here. I look at the minimap, E100's not accounted for, I switch to heat. But he's already spotted. I get a little bit frustrated here. Because I could have put a shell into him. But then it actually worked out for the good because he just doesn't spot me. And I realize he's not spotting me, so I use this bush. I get behind it. Then there's another bush directly behind it. This is very convenient. So that I then use this bush, and I know once I go through this bush, he should spot me. And he spots me. Boom, I put a shell into him with heat. Straight through his space armor. Pretty lucky there. He misses. I get behind him. Shell goes into the side of his tank instead of the rear of his tank. A little bit of latency there, probably on my end. I'm only got 4 bars. Put another heat shell in. I just should not be using heat right now. This is another bad shot. I keep auto-locking. It goes into his tracks. Magic there. I now hug him. I should have him. Put another heat shell in. I switched to APCR. Each of my heat shells have gone except 1. I do a little bit of juking here. I could circle him, but I've decided not to. He does the right thing, and he continues to back up, which allows him to put a shell right into my cupola. No, he misses my cupola. He hits behind my cupola and overmatches my roof armor. Then my tank, I don't know why that shell hit the front of his tank, but that's okay. I'm trying to stay flat with him so I can penetrate him. Keep going through. I know he's ammo racked. So I know I've got like 5 more, maybe 10 more seconds, 20 more seconds left. Misplay there. I missed my shell. I need to get around him. Put another shell into him. He should be loaded any second now. Can I get this last shot off? We're capping the base. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And you finish him off. 28 penetration, 6 kills. No fires. Pretty good game there. And the base gets captured at the same time. Let's see how we did. Is this an ace tanker? This is probably about 8,000 damage. 8,490 damage plus 100 assists. So about 8,500, 8,600 damage. And is not an ace tanker. It's first class. We get a defender, high caliber, top gun, ranger, sniper, and 2 marks of excellence. I did drop 2 far. 92.41. I did drop them far away. That is not an ace tanker. 1700 base XP is not an ace tanker. But I hope you guys did enjoy. I did the full 2700 at E100. This thing loves to 1v1. It can 1v1 pretty much any tank in the game. It's very good at that. I hope you guys all enjoyed these 2 videos, and if you did like these videos, then go get this tank. It's awesome. It's not like the T-62a or 140 where you do not need any skill to play because you can just drive and auto-lock and shoot. This tank you actually have to think because your gun will not hit every time, so you have to out-position, you have to outplay. You don't have the amazing turret armor of the T-62a or the great gun depression of the 140. So you actually have to think with this tank. So this tank requires more skill than the 140 and T-62a. And if you're okay with that, I will go pick one up, because if you do have the skill to play one of these, it will outperform them every single time because of its DPM. So if you did like the video, please comment, subscribe, and like it. And until then, this is Clone Guy 72. Peace out.